Hello there, and welcome to another one of my Pokemon card game ASMR opening videos. So today, I'm going to be opening for you the Mega Diancie EX Premium Collection box. So, it has a Diancie EX Holo, as well as Mega Diancie EX, a huge Mega Diancie EX in the background there, 6 booster packs, a cute Diancie pin, and a Diancie coin. This is a very girly collection, so I'm pretty excited about it. I'm going to go ahead and open up this box off camera because it's a bit hard to get into. And then I'll see you in a second. So now that everything's out of the box, you can see it a little easier. It included this really large, oversized Diancie card, Diancie EX Mega. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I have a similar oversized card of Charizard. Might have to do something with him. And in Japanese here it says Diamond Force, Diamond Force. During your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to each of your Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon EX. And that's 100 damage. Figured I would show you the larger version rather than the small one. So nice and shiny. So, here we've got the original Diancie EX, as well as the Mega card, the actual size version. They're both so cute and girly. So we've got Moonblast here for 20 damage. Doesn't have to be fairy type. During your opponent's next turn, any damage done by attacks from the defending Pokemon is reduced by 20. And we've got Luminous Swirl for 80 plus, with the opportunity to do 120 with some coin flips. And a base HP of 140. Are you kidding me? Diancie Mega goes up to 190. Wow. Now, whenever you knock out an EX, of course, your opponent does get to take 2 prize cards, but I would say it's worth it if you knock out one of these guys. Also in the pack is a very, very pretty diamond-like pattern coin with Diancie on it. I have so many of these coins now, it's great, because whenever they flip off the table, I don't have to go searching for another. I can just pick from my whole collection. The traditional Pokemon in the back there. Oops, that was a bad flip. And a really cute Diancie Mega Pin. So cute. Not sure quite where she will go, but I have to find a nice place for her. So, also today, there's 6 booster packs. Looks like we have regular X and Y, an X and Y Flashfire, an X and Y Phantom Forces, another one, X and Y Furious Fists, ugh, why can't I ever say those? 2 of those. So that's 4 different types of X and Y cards here. I think I've opened one of each of these before on my channel, so I guess I'll just start with Venusaur. Remove these guys for a second. So, oh, actually, I think it's Mega Venusaur because of the little petals there. So let's get going. Might have to go a little quicker than normal on these because I do have 6 to open. An energy card! I am so shocked. I am entirely shocked. Oh, I guess that's because this is the first of this series, just plain X and Y. I think that's when they give out the energy cards. But still, I haven't gotten like a straight up energy card in a while. I have gotten some special ones recently, but that's only after many tries of trying to get energy. And it came in a Venusaur pack. Well, I'm sure you know what an energy looks like. Got a Pikachu! So cute. I have so many different Pikachu cards now. Nuzzle and Quick Attack. Very nice. I've got a Pansage. Oop, I got something cute right there. Hold on. Gotta go in order. Vine Whip and Leech Seed. I always like the ones where they can heal, but also attack at the same time. It'll be helpful since he only has 60 HP. Oh, and a Fairy Energy. That's awesome. I definitely need some more now that I have Diancie and the Mega. Yay! I know it's weird to be excited about energy, but I haven't gotten energy in a long time. And I actually like to play with my cards, so I need energy to do that. I have quite a few of this Venipede already. Poison Sting. Yeah. Ooh, Mag Cargo. 110 HP. Magma Mantle. 30. So he is a reverse holo and also a rare. Heat Blast for 80. Very nice. I believe I have some Slugma too, so I'll have to beef up my fire deck with him. So this time I'm actually going to keep a nice pile of the good ones over off to the side so we can review them easier at the end. Oh, Simisage. That's convenient, getting a Pansage and Simisage in the same pack. Solar Beam for 70. Very nice. Dunsparce. I always thought he should get an evolution. It's kind of lame as he is now. Just normal type, not even a bug. 40 second bite. That's kind of interesting though. It does 10 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. That's kind of like meditate. Ooh, and a Braixen! Yay! Falls from Finnegan. Definitely needed one. Fire Tail, 40 damage, and of course you have to discard a fire energy. I wonder why with fire attacks you almost always have to discard an energy. This time around, actually, when I played X and Y, normally I always go for the water type Pokemon. This is the second time ever that I have chosen a fire starter. The first was Torchic, and the second was Finnegan. Yeah, very cute. And a Krokorok. Got a whole bunch of him and Krokorok and Sandile as well. Okay, not a bad first pack. We've also got, let's go for a Phantom Forces. Got a, I believe that's a Manectric? No. That's a, I can't remember what the Mega this is. I'm pretty good with all the names, but sometimes it escapes me. Manectric. It'll come to me later. Oh, that one opened really easily. Let's see if I can peel it all the way open. There we go. First up is a Finneon. Very basic. 50 with 10 for pound. Venonat. Stun Spore is always useful. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Now, when their Pokemon is paralyzed, that means that they cannot attack or retreat their next turn. they become unparalyzed at the end of their turn. It's a great way to stall for a move and put something else together. Of course you have to flip heads, but it's all part of the risk. Oh, a Murkrow. If only I had darkness energy. Come on, guys. I've got 60 and then up to 30. That's pretty good. Helioptile. I definitely have a bunch of him. I think you've seen before. Still with the trippy artwork. Spearow. Whirlwind. Your opponent switches his or her active Pokemon with one of his or her benched Pokemon. So it's kind of like a Gust of Wind trainer card, except it happens every time. Ooh, reverse shiny of Az. AZ. I'm not quite sure if you say Az or AZ for him. Creepy tall guy with long hair. How about that? Put one of your Pokemon into your hand. Discard all cards attached to that Pokemon. So it's kind of like Scoop Up. Here, let's get a close-up on this guy. What are you even doing? Ooh, and we have a Gigalith Holo Foil. 140 HP with an ability called High Density Armor. If this Pokemon has full HP, any damage done to this Pokemon by an opponent's attack is reduced by 50. Wow. I'll say that's high density. Now, I don't know if I have a Boldore, but I definitely have the one before them. Yeah. Overdrive Smash, 60 plus. During your next turn, this Pokemon's Overdrive Smash attack does 40 more damage. So if you just keep doing this attack, that's 100 plus this 50. Okay, so I kind of think this is also not fair. Well, I guess I'll just have to see if I have any Boldore, because I think this card might be a little unstoppable. You get to go in the special pile. Oh, and a regular AZ. Meh. Okay. I guess I'll take it. And a Fletchender. I actually needed one because I got the next evolve form last time. I'm having trouble with the names today. I don't know why. Combustion for 60. And a Klefki. Call for family. But I don't have any other Klefkis, so that would do nothing. And Dull Light. Confusing is always nice. Just need some metal energy. So that's the end of pack number 2. Which one for? I guess I'll go for Furious Fists now. So here we've got a Mienfoo with a action pose there. 60 HP, opportunity to do 30, but you have to flip for it, otherwise it does nothing. Those cards are always such a gamble. I never know whether to put them in my deck. I typically only do if they evolve into something else that I have. Oh, a Clauncher. I don't know if I have one of those yet. Crabhammer for 30. Bubble doesn't actually do any damage. I'm surprised about that. But it does have the opportunity to try and paralyze them. Though again, for only 60 HP, trying to put 3 energy on him just to attack, I don't know if that'll happen. I do have some extra double colorless now, though. I'll have to see how it fits into my decks. Magmar. I believe I already have this card. It's exact artwork. Again with the fire and discarding energies. Ooh, another Pikachu. This one's very cute. Lots of flowers and bubbles. Super shoujo manga. So for 60, it can do Thunder Shock. Oh, well, with 60 HP and 2 energies, that is. It can do 20 damage, and if you get a heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is paralyzed. Very nice, very nice. Oh, and a Clefairy. In my last Pokemon booster pack opening, I got a Clefable, so this will be a great addition to my collection. Oh, Blaziken! I've really been wanting a Blaziken. That's awesome. Whoa, look at the action shot there. Just taking him out. Who's she fighting there? Or I guess he. Looks like a Machoke, but I'm not sure. So it does have the reverse hollow on it, as well as attacks of Clutch for 50. For only 2 damage, that's great. I guess it is a stage 2, but still. And Burning Shot. Discard 2 energy attached to this Pokemon. This attack does 150 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Okay, so basically, unless you're a legendary or, well, not even a starter, I don't know how you'd be able to survive Burning Shot. Especially if I had a double colorless energy on there. Wow. Alright. You get to go in the special pile. Oh, and a Hariyama. Thick Fat ability. Any damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's fire or water Pokemon is reduced by 30. That's interesting. So he doesn't have a resistance, but he's kind of resistant to both of those? I've never seen that before. And 120 HP. Oh, so this is another Klefki, but this time it's fairy type. That's strange. So, it has an ability called Secret Key, where each of your fairy Pokemon's resistance is now minus 40. So instead of being only resistant to darkness by 20, I guess it's 40. And Fairy Lock. The defending Pokemon can't retreat during your opponent's next turn. Interesting. This one seems a little bit more powerful than the other. Oh, and an Aselgar. Aselgor? I definitely have some Shelmet, but I haven't used the Shelmet for anything yet. After Image Strike for 40, if any damage is done to this Pokemon by attacks during your opponent's next turn, flip a coin. If heads, prevent that damage. Very nice. I guess because he's kind of like a protective shell Pokemon. Cool. And the last in this pack is a Pancham, which I went over in the previous unboxing. Okay, we've got 3 left. I think I'm going to go for Flashfire. It's got Kangaskhan, well, Mega Kangaskhan, I believe, because the baby one's out. Did you ever hear that rumor, or I guess it would be considered like lore, that Cubone is actually a baby Kangaskhan whose mother died, and then that's why the Cubone wears the bone on its head. I always thought that was a bit creepy, but it made sense. Not sure if it's real or fans just kind of made it up. Here we go. Oh, looks like we got a Caterpie. Not the best start, but at least he's cute. Actually got one of these recently, the exact same. Oh, and we got some shininess coming up. Geodude looking very intense, yet very cartoony. 60, 10, and 10. Not the best. Another Helioptile. Different artwork this time, not as trippy. He has the opportunity with Destructive Beam to discard an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. I like attacks with those kinds of special effects, but I don't like wasting a turn without damaging my opponent. It seems, well, kind of like a waste. Got a Buneary. Cute. Spheal. I always like Spheal. Can't wait to get his evolutions too. 70 and 20. I mean, that's a great basic Pokemon right there. And we've got a Reverse Hollow Duskull. 50 HP. Revival. Put a basic Pokemon from your opponent's discard pile onto his or her bench. Now that's interesting. And we've got Sneaky Placement. Put a damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. Now, where I could see the Revival coming in handy is if they had a weak Pokemon knocked out and you're trying to, like, fill up their bench, or perhaps they had discarded a really weak Pokemon that you'd like to put back into play and then knock out somehow. Maybe if you had this card in combination with a Pokemon that had an ability to attack the bench directly. Next up, we've got Furret, who evolves from Sentret, which I definitely have gotten in this set. 90 HP. He can go on a Buried Treasure Hunt, which lets you look at the top 4 cards of your deck and put 2 of them into your hand, but you have to discard the other cards. Interesting. And Slam with the opportunity for 60. Protection Cube. Prevent all damage done to the Pokemon this card is attached to by attacks that it uses. I believe this is my 4th now. Floette. Nice fairy type Pokemon. Actually a second stage, or stage 1, but the Flabébé that I have doesn't do any damage, so I'm hesitant to put it in any decks. I guess I'll have to wait until I get the 3rd evolve form to do something about it. And a Luxio. Evolves from Shinx, and then Luxray evolves from Luxio. I believe I have all 3 of them now, so that's great. So this is an interesting effect here. Electric Counter does 40 times damage the number of prize cards your opponent has taken. So typically I play with 6 prizes per game. So let's say my opponent was on their very last prize, so they had taken 5 prizes. This attack would do 200 damage, and that's pretty unstoppable. Okay, I'll keep you in mind there, Luxio. And we got 2 more packs to go. I think I'll go for the Furious Fists, because Hawlucha is kind of crazy looking. And my battery is flashing, so we'll see how quickly I can get through these. Oops, I kind of ripped that one. Didn't mean to. So we've got Scraggy. We need 2 Darkness Energies though. Man, I'm getting all these great dark Pokemon, but I just need some energy. I'm serious. Shroomish. Another pretty basic guy. He always looks so, like, unamused. Makuhita. 80, pretty good for basic. Opportunity to do 40 with strength. A Minun, or is it Minun? I think it's Minun because it's like a minus. Negative discard. Put 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. And Static Shock for 20. Very nice. 70 with only 1 to do 20. Shelmet, we just saw as evolved form. Reverse Bellsprout. 50 with Fine Whip and Knockoff, which you can discard a random card from your opponent's hand. Very nice. I like the leaf pattern on those. Ooh, and a Breloom. So evolves from Shroomish, but then it turns into a fighting type Pokemon? That's kind of silly. Giga Drain. You can heal this Pokemon the same amount of damage you did your opponent's active Pokemon. That's really useful if they were weak to fighting. Sky Uppercut. 70 damage and not affected by resistance. So this would be great for attacking some bird type Pokemon. Ooh, another Clefable. Very nice. And a Jaw Fossil. Look at the bottom 7 cards of your deck. You may reveal a Tyrunt you find there and put him into your bench. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. Well, considering I don't think I have a Tyrunt yet, that's not going to be of use to me. And a Vigoroth. Can do up to 70, but will do 20 damage to itself. Good thing I have that protection cube. Oops, realizing I forgot to put Bellsprout in the shiny pile. And last pack for today, got a Phantom Forces X and Y. Hope I get something good. What, Gligar? Why are you fighting type? That's just weird. Is he a rock? Really? I always thought he was flying, or like Zubat, you know? Oh well. Rock Cannon. Flip a coin until you get tails. Does 20 damage times the number of heads. Oh, another Joltik. I have so many of this guy now, and I really like him, so I'm glad about that. Galvantula is always a trickster, too. Yanma. I have a Yanmega now, so Yanma will be greatly appreciated. You have to discard an energy attached to this Pokemon to use Air Slash, but it does 30 for only 2, and it doesn't have to be any certain color, so I can stick him in any deck that I like. Gulpin. Got Poison Gas and Sludge Bomb. He always looks kind of funny too, like an emoji or something. Spearow with Whirlwind. We've already seen one of those. Ooh, an Alomomola, something like that. Reverse Hollow, 100 HP, and can do Surf for 80. With 4 energies. Also has Super Deep Dive, which heals 30 damage from this Pokemon. You then have to switch this Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon, but if you could use that strategically, I bet it would really help. Oh, and an Escavalier. Very nice. I definitely got a Carablast, so yeah, I just need some of that dang metal energy now. Poke through. Discard a random card from your opponent's hand. Also does 20. Very nice. And Spiral Rush. Flip a coin until you get tails. It does 30 more damage for each heads. Wow, so that's kind of just an unlimited attack there. And a Kingler. I actually have 2 or 3 of these already, which came in a deck that had Galvantula in it as well. I mean, hey, if you have enough water energy, 100 damage? Really good. During your opponent's next turn, any damage done to this Pokemon by attacks is reduced by 20 if you use Guard Claw, so you can do 20 damage and reduce yours by 20. If you can keep a Krabby alive long enough to get him on there, it's a really good card. And I've got a Gengar Spirit Link. Your turn does not end if the Pokemon this card is attached to becomes Mega Gengar EX. Well, I don't have a Gengar EX or a Mega, so thanks for nothing. Ooh, and a special energy. Mystic Energy. This card can be attached to only a Psychic Pokemon. This card provides Psychic Energy, but only while it's attached to Psychic Pokemon. The retreat cost of the Pokemon this card is attached to is 2 energy less. Very nice. So I did get an energy. A special one, though. So, despite getting these two guys in here, I wasn't terribly impressed with my special cards that I got. Magcargo's pretty good, and I really like Blaziken, but I don't know if I'll be able to use Gigalith. He is kind of an unfair card, though. And look how shiny! Well, I hope you liked seeing what I got from these packs. My battery is flashing red already, so I'm just gonna play around to make some nice card noises until my battery gives out. So until then, I'll see you in my next video, and I'm really liking doing these Pokemon ASMRs, so I'm sure I'll be doing more very shortly. See you next time. Bye! How did you get in there?